Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I've got the Deluxe Infinity air awning from 2019 from Prima Leisure. As you can see, it's fitted to the Phoenix that we've got on loan at this moment in time, and we're currently at Longleat, the Caravan and Motorhome Club site. It's actually Christmas Day. We've put it through its paces. It's been winter, we've had a few storms. How's it fared up? Well, stick with us, stay tuned and watch after this.
About to leave, already packing, come with me, I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know, about to see the world in action.
So I'm sure you've seen several times the air awnings being put up. So the Prima Leisure one is very similar to the Vango in the respect of I'd peg it out to the caravan first, then I'd inflate it, then I'd peg out round the sides to be able to stabilise it. As you can see here, I'll just show you, we've got the storm straps, the straps that come included with the kit. They're all pegged out to give it a bit of stability and also to help it to stay on the ground. What I do like is similar to the Vango. On the corners, on these outer edges, they've actually got adjustable straps, so you can peg them in and then tension it up, so you can actually get it a little bit tighter towards the ground. We've got these skirts which come out, which also keep rain out of the awning when it's fully put up. And also a nice other feature are these flaps at the top that stop the rain from coming down the side of the awning, and also just help with the stabilising against the caravan when it's in the awning channel. As you can see here, I've not strapped it down. I have at the back, which gives tension on the awning channel. What that tension does is it stops the awning from moving down the van when the weather is particularly bad. As you can see here, I have twisted the awning straps as well to stop that rattle from the wind noise. But what I've done there is I've put it on the back and it just keeps it in place nicely, so it doesn't move along the caravan, obscuring either the door or the windows, because these are a good size for being able to bridge the doors and the windows. To be fair, they're made very well for the Bailey, but they'll fit most other caravans. So what comes in the box are these carbon fibre rigid poles. Gives a nice tight seal against the edge of the caravan and just stops the wind from being able to creep in between the caravan and the awning, which also helps to stabilise the awning itself because no wind's getting under it or down the side of it. You also get a PVC footprint, which is basically almost like a ground sheet lining that will keep the awning nice and clean and dry. You get the caravan draft skirt, which, as you can see here, runs the length of the caravan, and again this stops the wind from coming underneath and being able to get a hold of the awning when the weather is particularly bad. As you can see in the corners here, I have actually had to peg it down in order to stop the wind from just getting under, because like I said, we have been here during winter and there has been some storms, so because of that we've had to really peg it down well. It has held up fairly well in the bad weather. It is an all-season awning, so therefore it can be used any time of the year, but as you can see, it's fared really well. I've re-pegged it a couple of times, but that has been down to the weather. You also get the pump and the pegs, so you get these. You get just normal pegs with it. I've actually upgraded and gone for these rock pegs because I find them a lot better on hard standings for the awnings. And what you do get as well with the rock pegs, you get these little elasticated extenders, which I found that I've needed. The one thing that I have struggled with this awning is being able to get it flush with the bottom of the caravan, right next to the caravan. Not sure if it's something I've done, but as you can see there, it doesn't actually touch the floor when it's right up close next to the caravan. So I've had to use the extenders to be able to get it down, which I feel if they'd have put the adjustable straps against the caravan side as well, that would have alleviated that problem, and I could have used that to then tension and tighten up the side where the awning meets the caravan underneath, and giving it a bit of a nicer and tighter feel. Other plus sides that I like, as you can see here, we've opened up these skylights, if you like, the higher up PVC panels that allow you to be able to get some sunlight in on a nice day. Obviously the day's not that nice here at the moment, so it is what it is, but I have opened them to show you exactly how they look. And also these large doors. Now these are fantastic. They're large windows, however you can also unzip these and use these as doors, so that each one of these will actually unzip as a full door, which gives you a little bit of versatility in respect of these end doors, because as an optional extra you can get a sleeping annex, which will obviously drastically increase the size of your awning, but will also zip into these either side outer panels. So either at the front or the back of the caravan you can extend it so that you've got a little bit more space for people to be able to sleep, or even a bit more storage if you've brought a few bits and pieces away or you're away for a little bit longer. You can also get as an optional extra a cotton roof liner. The cotton roof liner, what I think, will clip in to these little fastenings where they're illuminated with these little black O-rings on each of these beams. I feel that that'll be where the roof liner will attach. That'll give you a little bit more shade, but it'll also soften and probably keep a little bit of the condensation out during the winter. But it just gives you a little bit more shade and a little bit softer light in the awning as you're using it. This awning, again, I'll show you outside. It is the single point inflation awning, which I have found really simple to use. It took a lot of pumping up, I've got to be honest, but that's because I left one of them unfastened, so that was my fault. So any one of these are where you can pump up, and because it's a single point inflation, obviously once you're finished just unscrew those, take them off, and that will let down the whole awning. I think for 2019 it's got a good look about it. I like the colours, goes well with the caravan, very well held down, and obviously the Prima logo. These air vents condensation build up, so as you can see there, they have got a mesh on the inside, and on the outside there is a rain cover to stop any driven rain coming into the awning. One of the other things to note here is you do have pads. These are pads so that the air beams, when they're pushed up against your caravan, they don't make any marks, and obviously cushions the awning up against the caravan. As you can see here, this is the pipe work for the single point inflation, so you can isolate any part of these air beams, should you actually get a puncture, heaven forbid, at any point during your stay whilst you're away, and hopefully then be able to isolate the puncture and to be able to fix the broken part. As with most awnings nowadays, they do have a fly mesh, so you can have the door open with air coming through when the weather's a little bit warmer, keep the bugs and the flies out, but to get that flow of air through the awning. It has a curtain here again for a window, which can be pegged back, so that gives you a little bit more light. So in theory you could, on this 390, have 5 panels on the doors on the side with windows, and then you've got the upper skylights as well, which are an additional 3. With the 390 we got provided with, there are 6 individual brace bars. All these again are inflated to the pressures that are shown on the pump that's provided, and these have worked really quite well. Again, another little bit of a niggle, but these are flat, so as you can see there, the bar does come round. The seal is very, very good, but it doesn't sit with it properly. So I just a little bit unsure as how long that will last without wearing. Obviously if you're using it a fair bit, the wear and tear factor of it. As you can see here again, on these bars, they are zip lined, so should you get a problem you can unzip them, take them out and then fix the offending part, but that holds the bracer beams in place for when you're actually inflating the awning from the single point. And I've got to say, I don't normally do this, I don't mention prices, but seeing as this is a 2019 brochure, it should be good for the next year. So what I'm going to say is the Deluxe Infinity 260, which is the smaller awning to this, that's currently retailing at £749.99. This one, the Deluxe Infinity 390, is currently retailing at £849.99, so a penny short of £850. The Deluxe Infinity 420, the next size up, that's £949.99p. And to add to it, if you're wanting to add an annex, then the sleeping annex for the air awning is £149.99p. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what the prices are. I've got to say, I've got to add the caveat, that is at this moment in time when I'm recording this. If you're watching this a long time in the future, then obviously the prices will have changed. So that's currently what they're at as of Christmas Day, December 2018. So hopefully that gives you an idea what the price will be like. And as you can see here, we've opted for the Bailey wheel arch cover. That is a really good idea. So neat, so tidy, keeps the air out from obviously blowing underneath the caravan and coming through and into the awning. Normally you'd have to make those yourself with most other makes and manufacturers. Bailey have included this and they've got this as an option. Obviously it doesn't come with this awning, but I just think it's a really good idea. Even if you don't get it with the awning, it just gives a nice little bit of security. It adds and covers any wheel locks, wheel clamps, or any security that you've got potentially on your caravan. Just stops people looking, and those unwanted eyes looking at exactly what security you have. So it can act as a little bit of a security feature as well. But also you can peg these out. So if it runs independent of the awning, then this can be pegged out and it can hold itself down under its own steam without the awning. So in summary, that's what I've found in relation to the Deluxe Infinity 390 Prima Leisure air awning for 2019. Overall, I think it's quite a good awning. I would say it's a little bit overpriced. If you could get it for a couple of £100 cheaper than what it's actually advertised at, then I think it would be an absolute bargain. But in its own right, I think it's a cracking awning that'll serve you well in the future. Feels nice and thick, and the construction itself is pretty good. So they're definitely getting there. A little bit longer and they'll have it nailed. Thanks very much for watching. Have a look in the description below of any details that you want to see, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. So thank you very much for watching. See you later.